Hello. Now we are going to look at construction 19. And in construction 19, we will construct a tangent to a circle through a given point on the circle. And we're going to look at two different ways of doing this. So we're going to start off by taking a point, which is going to be the center of our circle. I'm just going to mark a point here and then take my compass, and I'm just going to draw a circle around there. Make sure the center is clearly marked. You're going to need it in a second. I'm going to pick a point that I am going to use as my point on my circle. I will do that in a different color just so we can keep track of it more easily. So I'm going to take a point on the circle. Any point is fine. You're going to do a construction. For the main way of doing this, you're going to end up with a construction that sits outside here. So make sure there's space out past the point that you are picking as your point on the circle. But other than that, it can go anywhere. And now what I want to do is draw a line from the center out to the point of contact. So what do I know about my tangents to my circle? Well, I know that a tangent only intersects the circle once, so there is a single point of intersection between the line that is the tangent and my circle, my purple circle here. And then the other thing I know about my tangents that's relevant here is that the tangent is perpendicular to the radius, which is the line I was going to draw out here, so this will be a radius line. The tangent is perpendicular to the radius at the point of contact. So if I draw out a radial line from, or to, I should say, the point of contact, then that line, that radius, will be perpendicular to my tangent. That is what I'm going to use in order to do my construction. Now, for the more traditional way of doing this, we need to have the line, the radial line coming out past the circle. So we draw that out, be as neat as you possibly can. So I've drawn that out past my circle. And now we will switch to our compass. And what we are effectively just going to do is have, we are going to get the perpendicular to our blue line, our radial line, through our point of contact, and that perpendicular line through there is going to be our tangent, working backwards from this fact. So this is just constructing a perpendicular through a point that is on a line. This is a construction that would have been done a while ago. So it's a construction we should already know. If it's not one that you're familiar with, it's a good one. This is a good opportunity to go back and practice it. So what we are going to do is put the point of our compass at our point of contact on our circle, and we are going to open up our compass to any length that seems convenient. It doesn't matter exactly how long this is, but make sure it doesn't go past the radius. And now these two marks here are equidistant from our point of contact. So if we get the perpendicular bisector of those 2 points, of that line segment effectively, it is going to be the tangent line we are looking for, because it'll be perpendicular to the blue radial line and it'll go through the point of contact. So now we're just creating a perpendicular bisector of our little line segment and between our arcs. So open up the compass to more than halfway between our points, and then draw an arc above and below. I'm just going to change the color so we can keep track of what it is we're doing. So draw an arc above here, swing around, keep everything exactly the same size, and then move the compass point down here, and swing it around, swing around again. And if we take our straight edge, and come down through there, we will find that line is the one we are looking for. So I change my color again. So if I draw down through there, when I take away my straight edge, I can see that I am perpendicular, so at right angles to my original blue radial line, and I'm going straight through my point of contact. So that line there is the tangent that I was looking for. I could call that L1 for my tangent line. So that is the more formal way to do this construction, and we can be asked to do it just using a compass and a straight edge, which is what we've done here. The simpler version of it we will look at now. The other version of this construction just uses a set square instead of having to construct the perpendicular. So what we do is take a straight edge and align it. It's the same radial line as we were dealing with before, radial line through the point of contact. Now our straight edge is going to act as a rail to try and keep everything as neat as possible. Then we take our set square and we slide it down along the ruler or the straight edge until it's aligned with our point of contact, and then we can draw in a line going on through our point of contact. I'll move that around so we can continue our line. So this is a less formal way of doing our construction, but it may be appropriate, or you might use it as part of other drawing work that you were doing. But the other method links in better to what we would do in other parts of our constructions, but this can be useful for doing other drawing work, and it's relying on the same type of logic. And that is what we need for now.